Good. What is it, Jenny? Rooting reflex. On your whiteboard, please tell me, when a baby's born, which sense is the most developed? It's in your outline. Good. I got one. No. What is it, Trevion?
Touch.
Touch. You should probably write that down, people. On your whiteboard, what is it called? Vygotsky believes that if you help someone and you lead someone along, eventually they'll be able to do it for themselves. What is that called? When you teach them a little something and then you keep pushing. Good. What is it, Riley?
I don't know how to know.
Scaffolding. That's what, like, Michelangelo was laying on when he was painting the ceiling. Scaffolding.
Yeah,
On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the fancy term for phrases like mama, dada? What's a fancy term? Don't just give me the simple term. Good. Good. What is it, Alyssa? Hollow phrase. What is the first notable sign of language in an infant? Good. Olivia, what is it? Cooing. What is it called? What stage do people struggle with if I'm trying not to read the exact questions, and it's very tricky on the spot.
Just read it. Yeah,
I won't remember.
What is it called when a child cannot see the world through someone else's perspective? Good. Come on. Sophie, what is it? Sophia. Egocentrism. On your whiteboard, please tell me. Formal operational stage allows you to do what for the first time? Oh, I was coming, my darling. Thank you, dear. Good. John, what is it? Abstract thinking. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what are the 4 stages of PJ in order, please? Lauren, what are they? There you go. If I was a baby and I'm irritable, loud, and negative all the time, what type of temperament would I have?
A bad one.
A bad one. Okay, perfect. All right, good. All right. So, today we're going to do Harry Harlow, and I love him.
With the monkeys?
With the monkeys. Okay, so Harlow's experiment on your bottom of your focus, study guide I mean, is Harlow. Oh, it's on both, focus and your study guide. So Harry Harlow, for the definition of Harry Harlow, I want you to write this, please. On your study guide, do your study guide first, we'll fill in our focus together. Harry Harlow wanted to see the importance of love and how it shapes our thoughts and our ideas. It's a pretty interesting concept, don't you think? So we wanted to see how we respond to love and what makes love.
And how it shapes our life.
And shapes our thoughts, ideas, and our responses. Monkey. Okay, so I'm going to play a video clip for you. We're obviously going to stop and talk about it as we go. And then we'll pull it all together for you to write down in your summary. Is that fair? Okay, because there's a lot of parts to it. Oh, this is raw footage. This is like real stuff. You're going to see Harry Harlow. It's not a remake of it. It's like the actual footage. It's from an interview that he did in the 60s about it. Late 50s, early 60s. Huh? It's pretty cool. I like the raw footage.
Let me show you
That's
a
Harry Harlow.
raised on a nursing wire mother. Now here are 106's 2 mothers. As you can see, it was weaned on a wire mother. Here's baby 106.
So the foundations of the experiment is, okay, a baby was taken away from its mother the moment it's born. It never cuddles with the mother, nothing. The moment it's born, it's put into this. There are two mothers, a cloth mother and a wire mother. The cloth mother provides nothing but comfort. Okay, because the rest of the cage is all steel.
This is for monkeys, right?
This is monkeys.
I meant like actual babies. I was like, that's terrible.
No, monkey babies. So, there's two mothers. One is wrapped in cloth. The other one is wire, but it has food. What does every baby need? Food. So what they're testing is what is more important, food or comfort. I would write that down in your application. Trying to figure out Harry Harlow. He's trying to figure out what makes love. There's two mothers. One is there for comfort. One is there solely for food. And it's trying to figure out which one is more important.
That's what that scare, right?
They're going to do it in a sec, yeah. Okay, so.
You see, it was weaned on a wire mother. Here's baby 106. Watch. He's going to the wire mother. He's got to eat to live. Oh, he's going back. He's back on the cloth mother, and he'll stay on the cloth mother. Actually, this baby spends from 17 to 18 hours a day on the cloth mother, and less than 1 hour a day on the wire mother. We had predicted that the variable of contact comfort would be a variable of measurable importance, but we were unprepared to find that it completely overwhelmed and overshadowed all other variables.
Okay, so you need to have contact comfort. In the box that says Harlow's monkey, I would write in quotes, contact comfort. What is contact comfort, Alex? What is contact comfort? That's what he just said. The monkey sits on the mother for 17 to 18 hours a day for contact comfort. What does that mean?
That it like needs the
What's more important to the monkey, the food or the comfort?
comfort.
Comfort. So, contact comfort is what? Well, the contact comfort is just being close and cuddly and something nice, correct? Not on the wire. I think we can all agree sitting on wire, anything would be awful, correct? So, contact comfort is what people want. We're going to come back to that.
Including those of nursing.
Frankly, Doctor, if it comes to a choice between wire and cloth, it's reasonable to expect that any child will go to the cloth. It's a matter of creature comfort, like a baby with its blanket. But is this really love?
Well, what do you mean by saying that a baby loves its mother? Certainly one thing we mean is that it gets a great feeling of security in the presence of the mother. Now, Mr. Collingwood, wouldn't you say that if you frightened a baby, that it went running to its mother, was comforted, and then all the fear disappeared and was replaced by a complete sense of security, that that baby loved its mother?
So who can just tell me what he just said? What did he just say, Sam?
It's like, you're wrong. That guy.
Okay, why?
Because you're like comfort.
Okay, but what did he just say about love? What, Alex?
He said that like it doesn't really like matter whether it's like an emotional dependency.
Okay, what did he say?
That it like needs security, and that like sense of security is love.
The only reason why you love your parents is for contact comfort. That you in fact don't love them as a person. You in fact don't love them as a human being, especially when you're a baby. You love them because they comfort you. And that's what love is straight up comfort. They made you feel nice. Is that kind of sad for you? No? Okay, okay. What?
Wait, so then, like, when you get married, like, obviously it's
Oh, no, like babies and stuff. The reason why you inherently love your parents is because they have comforted you. Hopefully the person you fall in love with and get married also comforts you as well, correct?
but it's like a different kind of love.
Yeah. But the reason why we love our parents and why that now I love my parents for totally different things than I loved them when I was clearly not in high school because I didn't love them then. They were awful. However, when I was a kid, I loved them, and I would say I love them, but the reason why I love them is for the comfort I got from them. Now that I'm a grown-up and I have a different relationship, I don't need my mother to comfort me. She was cranky with me on Thanksgiving. She didn't speak to me for 2.5 hours in my small house. With that being said, my relationship is different, and I love my parents for different reasons. However, a newborn, a child, only loves their parents because of the comfort they provide, not because of the uniqueness and the coolness of their parents. That's what he's telling you. Isn't that interesting? So your whole relationship with your parents is based on comfort, and that's the only reason why you love them. That's pretty cool.
Now, in this experiment, this is the apparatus we use. That looks diabolical. That's just the way the baby monkey feels about it. Flashing eyes, loud sounds, moving mechanical parts, all of these things are designed to frighten a monkey. Now here we have a peaceful, resting baby monkey. Let's find out what his reactions to his mother are when we frighten him. He's scared, all right. And he does what any child will do in a similar situation. He runs away. It's more than running away. He was running to his mother, to touch her, to drive away his fear. Contact with the mother changes his entire personality. Look, now he's actually threatening the diabolical object. All right. This gives us part of the picture of this.
Okay, so what happens to the monkey when the monkey is scared? Lunge straight to the cloth mother, correct? You have to distinguish between the cloth and the wired wrapped one. How does the monkey change once he makes contact with the cloth mother, Sophia? How does he change?
His comfort now, and he's able to, like, fight back.
Yeah, he's standing there like taunting the monkey back. So you can make the jump that being with the mother gives the monkey what?
Power.
Confidence, power, a self-esteem that he can scare away the monster, correct? So what that tells us is that if you had a relationship with your parents, caregivers, whoever loves you, if you had a relationship of contact, comfort, what's going to happen to you? You're going to have self-esteem. You're going to be able to tackle problems that address you, that come across, and all those other different things that shape our lives, correct? It gives us the foundation to start dealing with it. Now, the only problem that I have with Harry Harlow is that he does a bunch of these types of videos. I'm going to show you more. He also puts monkeys only in with a wired monkey. So he takes a baby immediately from birth, puts him in a cage just like this, but only with a wired mother. How do you think the monkey reacts? You can raise your hand and tell me, what do you think, Jude?
Would be like depressed, or like would have like no feelings of like security.
No feelings of security, and they actually try killing themselves. They literally rub their neck and their head against the cage. They end up committing suicide, and they end up having to put down most of them. Why?
Do they don't have any like security?
They have no security, no comfort, and they're living in a really, yes, they have food to survive, but what is the monkey willing to do? Without what is the monkey not willing to live? Comfort. So how important is comfort to young babies? It's everything, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They spend way more time with the cloth mother than the wired mother, and that shows us that they prefer it. When we put monkeys with just cloth mothers, with the feeding nipple on it, there was almost no difference between that monkey and a normal monkey raised with a mother. I mean, obviously there's a difference because, you know, you've never played with anything back, but like it lives a normal, happy life. When we switch it to just be with the wired mother, they literally try killing themselves and don't want to live anymore. Which I think you would too, wouldn't you? If there was no comfort in your world, nothing made you feel good, wanted, or loved, you would do it too, don't you think? Hello? Not that I'm condoning, you know, suicide at all, but like think about it from that logical perspective.
Infantile love. This is a 6-foot square room with a few toys and other objects, but to the monkeys, it's much more menacing. We know that when our own children are taken to a strange place without their mothers, they are often overwhelmed with fear. This room is just such a new and strange environment for the baby monkeys. No mother is in there. Now, let's put a monkey into the room. Notice how cautiously he enters the room. He's searching for comfort, but nothing relieves his disturbance. Now we'll take the baby monkey out and put in a wire mother.
Now this one was nursed by a wire mother.
That's right, all his life.
She doesn't seem to help much.
Now, we'll try the same test with a cloth mother in the room.
So what happened with the wired mothered monkey when they come in the room? They went to the only comfortable thing. Did it ever kind of settle down? Did it look anxious the whole time? It looked super uncomfortable, correct? Okay, so this is a cloth mothered monkey.
You see the contrast in the behavior? Despite the fact that the wire mother nursed him, she could offer this infant nothing in the way of affection or security. But here the monkey, by rubbing against the cloth mother, as if he were seeking as much contact comfort as he could get, builds up his reservoir of affection and security. First, his body relaxes as the fear disappears. But above and beyond this, new positive response patterns appear. He now goes out to explore and investigate this new, strange world. He is now a normal, happy, curious baby.
So, how is this one different?
He's able to play with the toys because he has like comfort when like he knows his mom's like there and like comfort.
And that comfort gives him confidence. There you go. So, if you had to summarize it, how would you summarize the basic foundations of the experiment? What are the major things you have to have in order to do this experiment? Ripke, what do you have to have?
Wait, alright, so
In the experiment, what are 2 things you have to have in order to replicate this experiment?
well, you have to have the 2 different mothers.
There you go. So, in your summary, you need to write 2 mothers, a wired one with food, and a cloth mothered one are presented to baby monkeys. This is your summary here. 2 mothers are presented, 1 cloth, 1 wired with food. The baby prefers the cloth because of contact comfort. Due to contact comfort, the baby gains confidence and explores their world. The wired mother provides no comfort The wired mother presents no comfort, gives only food, and has no value to the monkey for comfort. Like, and it means nothing to the monkey. If the wired mother's there, the monkey doesn't care. Cloth mother's there, it's fine. So, the big thing that you need to, oh, and I'd write down, contact comfort is the foundation of love. Contact comfort is the foundation for love. And there you go. That's all you need for that. So, when we talk about Harlow's monkeys, you need to be able to describe there's a wire mother with food, a cloth mother that's there just for comfort. The baby's always going to prefer the cloth one for comfort. The comfort is going to give them confidence to challenge the robot, challenge, and to explore their world. Sounds good? So, this experiment was done on over 900 monkeys. 600 had to be put down. You can't replicate the experiment again. I think that makes sense, right? Because you caused dire stress on the monkeys. You can't replicate it. It's very sad. But we did learn some important things, correct? So when you're a mother, a father, caregiver, whoever, should you be hugging and kissing on your baby?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, because that's what gives them confidence. That gives them the strength to challenge their world and do all those things. Being a parent is hard. Can we just talk about that? You have a lot to do, people. You can't be walking around with Publix on your headphones. You better be having secure attachments. You better be cuddling with your kid. What?
You do this thing.
I am. What do you think I'm doing?
That was a simple question.
Of course we're doing
There was
it.
no attitude.
There's an attitude.
There was no tude.
No, dude. Oh my God, you sound like my mother. All right, here we go. What did you think we were going to do next?
Nothing.
Call it quits? Here we go. So, it's at the bottom of your focus. That's where I would do it. So the first one, Erikson, just so you know, Erikson has a total of 8 stages. Just listen for 2 seconds. They have a total of 8 stages. You're only responsible for 4 this week. Is that fair?
Fair.
So on your test, I can ask you about any of the first 4. So the first one. So what Erikson, first one. So what Erikson believes is that this is his psychosocial development, right? Yeah, psychosocial development.
Write this down.
This is in the top box.
Development or summary?
Stage and age.
Yeah, there's
Stage and age. So you're gonna write trust versus mistrust. Just write trust I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna do it this way. So stage. There you go. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Who was that? Was that you, Ricky?
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
So the stage is infant. It's birth to year 1. Is that what you want, Karina? Are we friends again? Perfect.
Yes.
So the developmental crisis is trust versus mistrust. You just have to write trust, mistrust. What that means is a baby is trying to find out, a summary of crisis is the baby is trying to find out if it can trust you or not. That's all it cares about. How do they test you? When they cry, do you come? When they pee and poop their pants, do you change it? When they need you, you come. I don't know. What other things babies do? Not really sure.
Sleep, poop.
Okay. And then application. Baby cries to see if you'll come to them. Because sometimes babies just cry and it's just testing you. They just want to see if you're around and you can hear them. They're just trying to test their relationship with you. Which makes sense. They're completely useless. I mean, they're not useless, of course. They have so many things like their reflexes to help protect them. But beyond that, they're pretty much useless. So with that being said, they are testing you to make sure that you're actually there. If you are there and you do exactly what they need you to do, they're going to be good, happy babies for you. If they don't trust you, they're going to make your life miserable. But it's kind of your fault because you weren't there for them. Does that make sense? The second stage is toddler. And that's 1 to 3 years old. And the conflict is autonomy versus shame and doubt. What that means is toddlers realize that they have some independence and that they can direct their own behavior. Okay? So they want to do things by themselves, but they also think their mom needs them or the caregiver needs them, and that they don't want to do anything without them.
Wait, what do we put for summary of crisis?
Summary of crisis is what I always, it's right here.
Oh, dang it. Okay, I'll just do it later.
Okay? So, when a toddler is trying to gain their independence, they want to do things for themselves, and you have to let them. If you tell them no, you aren't allowed to do something, then that creates shame for the kid. So they struggle with it. Okay? Preschool age, 3 to 5, you have initiative versus fear and doubt. Fear and guilt. This is when kids feel guilty about leaving their mom at home and thinking they'll have nothing to do at home. Okay, so when a little kid goes to school, they feel super guilty. If you've ever hung out with a 3 or 5-year-old, if you take them, like you go to the store with them, like the mom lets you take them, they'll like want to be like, oh, can we get something for mom? No, mom's fine. She's enjoying her 30 minutes alone. She's not sad. She's very happy. She's probably sitting on the couch watching something she wants to watch for the first time in probably 3 weeks. So the girl's happy. But sure. We can get something for mom because she's probably missing you more than anything. She's not. She's enjoying the break. Okay, when little kids go to school, like, have you ever seen that video where the news reporter asked the little kid, are you excited for your first day of school?
He starts crying.
And then he's like, yes. She's like, are you going to miss your mom? And he just goes, meh, and just starts crying hysterically. It's pretty funny. The reporter, I think, got fired from her job for it. Because, I mean, like, you shouldn't ask a little kid that because it's upset at him so much.
That's stupid.
I think she got fired for it.
She should not have gotten fired.
I probably need
She's
more
doing her
years
job.
than she has.
Like, exactly. She's asking the hard
Yeah, but
questions.
she did it on that.
She's asking the question that people want to know.
Oh, my God.
That's what she's doing. I'm going to go out to 3 and 5-year-olds at daycare. Do you miss your mom? She doesn't miss you.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Well, facts are facts.
Okay, I'm switching it.
Wait, no, what? We didn't even do the fourth one.
Elementary school, it's industry versus fear of inferiority. It's when children are dealing with new academic skills and they're comparing themselves to each other. So they want to work hard. However, they want to also be accepted. So industry versus inferiority is that social comparison. If I work too hard, it looks like I'm working too hard. It's cooler if you don't work hard. And I want to be accepted socially, so I kind of go back and forth. Once you get into elementary school, you start comparing yourselves to others. As we all know, we did. Oh my God, he's smarter than me. Oh my God, she's smarter than me. Oh my God, they're so stupid. No? Okay. With that being said, you're comparing yourself to each other, and sometimes it inspires people to work harder. Sometimes it makes people feel worse. Everyone here has felt dumb sitting next to a kid, correct? Like whoever it was, you sat next to him and you're like, oh my God, I am not worthy, correct? Timmy Brandt was my guy. He went to Harvard.
And you're here. Oh my! I'm kidding. It's fine.
I have a long line of family that went to Harvard, thank you very much. I'm really not as dumb as I look, I promise you.
And you're not as smart as your family.
No, my mother did, and about 4 of her siblings did, and my grandfather did. We've had like...
so much nature can do for your intelligence.
Yeah, and I'm also knew I was going to be a teacher. But no, I wasn't going to get into Harvard, no. My mom just missed it. But all of her brother and sister did. My grandfather did. My great-grandfather did. My family's a big deal in Boston, people. I am not. All right, can I switch it now?
Are we not done?
I thought we weren't during the last.
No, we are doing the
We
4.
only have 6 minutes left.
All right, here we go. Adolescence. Yes, 13, early 20s. This is you. This is what my boy Erickson believes you're struggling with right now. And adolescents are faced with deciding who or what they want to be in terms of occupation, beliefs, attitudes, and behavior. Would you agree? You're trying to figure out what you believe, what you think, what you like, all that stuff, correct? When you get to college, you're still going to be confused. You're not going to know exactly what you're going to want to be when you grow up. You're not. You should probably, I know a lot of people still don't know what they're going to be when they grow up, and they are grown. Okay, so you're trying to figure out what your thoughts are on certain things. Hopefully, they're changing. Correct? Like every year, when you look back, it's probably a little bit different. Your political beliefs, your religious beliefs, whether you become more or less of something else, they hopefully should be evolving because you're a complicated person and it should be evolving. But that's what this is. Like, some of you may have been raised in super religious homes, and now that you are getting older and you're going to start moving to college, you're going to continue that religion. You're going to continue that, you know, good old going to the mass every Sunday, all that. You know, or, you know, maybe you come from a really, really liberal household. When you get to college, are you going to continue that? As you get older, are you going to start becoming more conservative? You know, or if you're a really liberal conservative, are you going to turn more liberal? Those are the things you're going to start finding out. And what matters to you? What type of people do you want to surround yourself with? Do you want to be surrounded by just the pretty people, the popular people, or do you want people who have good value and who are interesting? I will tell you right now, I have the most eclectic group of friends. When I looked at my Thanksgiving table and had like tons of people, they are coming from all different backgrounds, my friends. Oh my God. It is a very diverse group of friends, which I'm grateful for. I'd rather have quality over quantity any day, which is why I don't have many friends.
That's fine.
That's why. Because I don't want to deal with crappy people. You know what I mean?
Crappy people like Mo.
Thank you, Zach. She was not at my Thanksgiving table.
Dang it.
No, she wasn't. She has to work. She works at Target. My arch nemesis.
Oh, they didn't hear about Mo.
You don't know about Mo?
You know, of course.
Oh, I have an arch nemesis. Her name's Mo.
Do you think that everybody has an arch?
I assume so. I mean, I don't think I'm special. I just hate her. She hates me more than anything, too.
Why do you guys hate each other? Can we hear the background?
She's super catty and just a horrible female, and she's the worst, and she's racist, and she's dreadful.
How do you know?
Is there anything like she did that besides?
Yeah, there's so much.
How do you know?
Like,
Because she's married to my husband's best friend.
Gotcha. Have you guys ever gotten in a fight?
Of course, we got one into like 2 months ago.
Like a fist fight?
No.
Oh.
Does she look like she can fist fight?
Hey, I have thrown punches.
Her exercise is this. You really think she can throw a punch?
That is almost like
Yes.
that.
No.
Is that how you punch?
She'd go right through the middle right there.
Alright, here we go. So,
That cross makes you to your name.
I can throw a punch. If I have to defend myself, I can. So, early adulthood is 20s and 30s. You're looking for intimacy versus isolation. This is my section. This is my little cross section here. This is where I fall. So, I've obviously chose intimacy. I have a husband. That was the route I chose for myself. But my bestie, who I say best friend, Jennifer, she's chosen isolation. What that means is she's put her career first. She's put herself first, and I think that's pretty boss because I've never lived on my own, ever. A moment in my life, Trevion, I've never lived alone, and I'm sad about it. I'm very happy with my life, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with my husband, but when I think back to it, Jennifer owns her own condo in like a really cool part of town of Cincinnati, and she lives the dream. When she makes a mess, it stays there. But when she cleans, it stays clean.
Wait, that makes no sense.
If she puts away her laundry, no one else is coming home and dumping laundry into the laundry pile because it's already done. I have a second person living in my house, and he makes messes, and he always has laundry, and I don't understand. It drives me crazy. So, intimacy versus isolation is you have to make the choice for yourself in your 20s or 30s. Are you going to get married, or you're going to stick at it solo for a while? If you're going to stick at it solo, there's huge pros and cons for both. Pro for being single. If I wasn't married to McCrae, I would be working with my girl Jackie, who I met in college. Amazing teacher. She went to Portugal. She went to Brazil for 3 years, taught there. Then she went and taught in Shanghai, China for 2 years. And now she works in Washington, D.C., influencing educational policy. That is my dream. She makes crazy money. She lives a fabulous life in D.C., has the most fabulous friends, and single, and living life. It's amazing. That's what my life would be if I didn't have McCrae. Now, I love McCrae. I'm happy with my choices, but there's pros and cons. Being married doesn't mean everything is perfect, rosy, and wonderful. I'm happy, but on other sides, I do think, what would I be doing if I wasn't married? And it would be pretty cool. I'd get a PhD by now. I really want a PhD. It's fine. I'm fine.
I have a super bad habit of saying that now.
Good. I'm glad.